Morning, my friends, and welcome to this beautiful scene here this morning. It is absolutely breathtakingly beautiful here in Surfside, California, one of the beaches in Southern California. Actually, if you're coming to us from somewhere else in the world, we are located right between Huntington Beach, California and Seal Beach, California, and it is flat gorgeous for taking a walk, for walking up and down the beach and just goofing off, for enjoying this beautiful blessing that we all have. And of course, for anglers who are tuning in this morning, there's some great fishing going on 70 miles out there past Catalina Island, past San Clemente Island on the Tanner Bank, where the bluefin tuna bite is getting even better. They're growing up, they're getting fatter, and we've got news about that. Also south of the border, man, you go all the way down to Cabo San Lucas, they've got great fishing. San Quintin's on fire. Also great fishing out of Ensenada, and then up and down our coast, bountiful rockfish for everybody. You know what time it is, everybody. Good morning to you all. Happy holidays. It's great to be with you. It's time for the morning briefing. Good morning. Oh, that is so good. Welcome back, my friends. It's an absolutely gorgeous morning this morning. It can't get much more beautiful. And yes, I'm barefoot and in my shorts. It's a little cold out here, but once I get going on the morning briefing, I don't even feel any more of that until I start walking back on my 2 feet, feel like a couple of popsicles. But right now, it's great to be with you all. Thanks for spending some time. I know it's a busy time of the year. Happy holidays, happy Hanukkah. All my best to you and your loved ones. It's an absolutely gorgeous morning, and there is some really good fishing going on. If you don't mind, you can give me a Christmas present right now, and that is to hit that like button. That means so much to all of us here at Friedman Adventures. Pound on that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Share these videos with a friend. And don't forget to tick the bell so you'll be notified when there is new content available, as we're pumping it out all the time. And 2023 is going to be a really big year. Normally we have a live show tonight. No live show. There is a big Christmas party for 22nd Street Landing tonight that I'll be attending. Hopefully I'll bring you some video of that in the morning briefing tomorrow. That should be a crazy event, as always. Should be a really lovely event. So thanks, everybody. It is really great to be with you all. All right, let me take you south of the, hold on, January the 6th. Let me just talk to you about that one more time again. If you've got grandkids or kids you want to come out with us on the Monte Carlo, fantastic. We're filling up fast though, so all you got to do is send me a text. And also we have our raffle information. You send me a text, I'll send you information on our raffle, but send me a text and I'll send you the information on our half-day trip on board the Monte Carlo, January the 6th. Then in the afternoon, upon our return, we're cooking up hot dogs. We're going to have special guests there. We're going to have some educational stuff for kids. So whether you make the morning trip, fishing trip or not, come down in the afternoon and hang out with Friedman Adventures, the great staff of 22nd Street Landing, so many others. It's going to be a super special day. Send me a text. I'll send you all the info. But remember, on the 6th in the afternoon, you're invited. Come on down to the landing. It's going to be fun. That number, 657-227-6459. What a sunrise. There's a guy down the beach here, and he's already fishing, hopefully catching some fish. Looks like he's fishing artificials. It looks like a lot of fun. All right, down to Cabo San Lucas, still good fishing going on down there. We've been telling you about Sean Morgan, who used to run boats out of here, and Sean is down there running a yacht out of San Jose del Cabo, and man, just a half a mile, 2 miles from the harbor. Marlin, Dorado, 80-degree water, 75-degree air temp. Cabo is rocking and rolling up there in San Jose del Cabo. The same kind of thing. It's a great time of the year to be south of the border down there. San Quintin area, right offshore, there's the Isla de San Martin Island, and there are some coastal spots that are good for yellowtail, and they've been catching yellows down there and doing really, really well here recently. So excellent fishing going on. All the rockfish you could possibly want. It's been really good. In Ensenada, same thing. Great rock fishing going on down there for our friends from Bluefin Sport Fishing. Those guys do such a great job out there in the Punta Bond area. They hang a left, go down to Santo Tomas, fish the Soledad Reef for sheepshead, bocacio, whitefish, rockfish. It's been super great fishing down there in that neck of the woods. Our friend Arnie Sport Fishing out of Ensenada, also in Costa Baja Sport Fishing. They are all doing great on the bottom grabbers. And there is the possibility also of some bonita. There's been a few yellowtail, a few calico bass. It's been really excellent fishing south of the border. So hopefully that is going to continue. And the weather down there has been beautiful. Remember, when I talk about weather, I'm always talking about the ocean surface and wind. I'm not talking about how cold it is or whether it's raining or not. Not really concerned about that. More concerned about how the ocean surface is. And it's beautiful right now. It's going to continue that way right through Christmas. So that is great news. All right, let's jump across the border and get up here into this neck of the woods and take you out 70 miles to Tanner Bank. And out there, we are experiencing great weather. Now, Tuesday afternoonish, we're going to get a little wind. It's not going to be horrible. It's going to be breezy. It's going to be totally fishable. It's just not going to be the flat, calm stuff that you've seen. That's going to last about 14 hours, it seems like, and then it's going to go back to flat, calm. And after that, the long-range forecast right through Christmas is for gorgeous, flat, calm seas. I don't know how you can beat it. It's absolutely gorgeous on Tanner Bank, and the fishing just seems to get better and better and better. The Intrepid long-range boat, he was out there and found some good fish, 50 to 150 plus pound fish starting to wander around. We're starting to see more and more of that bigger fish. Remember, it had been mostly 18 to 25 pound fish for quite a few weeks, and now that is starting to change. Long-range guys are getting in on that, and a lot of that fish was daytime on the fly line and sinker rig. So those two methods were working well. Good friend of mine, Tony Garza. Merry Christmas, Tony. It's always great to see you, my friend. Tony out there with some nice fish, as always, doing a great job. You're going to be hard-pressed to find a finer gentleman than Tony. He's a great guy, and I'm so happy to see him catching fish out there on board the Intrepid. Now, you know, the guys that are running one-day trips, day-and-a-half trips, let's go to 22nd Street Landing in San Pedro, where our studio is, because I see those guys and talk to them every single day. Jeff Jessup walked up to me yesterday at 22nd Street and said, Phil, can you believe we had over 100 bluefin tuna in our dock total the other day here at 22nd Street in December? Then I talked to Tom Durer. Tom Durer has been on the planet since Lincoln. I mean, and he says he's never, ever in his career seen fishing like this. And I'm joking about Tom. He hasn't been here that long, but close. And anyway, he says, I have never, ever seen this kind of bluefin tuna fishing going on in the month of December. I don't think anybody has, and it's incredible. So I said to Tom, is that bluefin tuna going to stay there in that 50-degree water, 58-degree, 60-degree water? He said, they're not going anywhere. They're on that squid. Danny Cadota from the Danny Cadota Show right here. Danny says the same thing. They've got food. They are not going anywhere. There's plenty of squid out there, and there is squid everywhere. And that is going to have great ramifications for the future, which I'll talk about in a moment. But let's go back to Tanner, because on board the Pride and several other boats, we're starting to see a lot of consistent catches on 30 to 60 pound bluefin tuna. Now, that 18 to 25 pound stuff is still there. Nick Ramirez with a nice fish on the Freedom just the other day. So they continue to catch and do very, very well on that grade, but we're seeing that bigger stuff. It's still the bluefin, that is, a little bit reluctant to bite the heavier line. So you've got to go to fluorocarbon. Yeah, you know what I'm going to say. www.opsonusa.com. Put in FA at checkout. You'll get a love note, not only from Santa this year, but from Greg Brown, their owner, and a free gift. So you want to go down on the floor, sometimes down to 20 pound. If you can do 25, 30, 40, whatever the heaviest you can get bit on, that's what you want to use. And you're going to have to gauge the intensity of the bite when you're out there. Keep your eyes on things. Get a crew member on your side. Start talking to them and figure it out from there. If they're biting, or I should say, they are biting the live squid. They're even biting the fresh dead. If you have that as ammunition, they'll bite a little bit heavier line. If you're fishing sardine, you got to choose a good hot bait and go down to the lighter stuff, and even drop your blacktail hook stand to like a number 4 in some cases. Now, the result of all that is you get a lot of bites, but the casualty rate goes right up through the roof. You lose a lot of fish, principally due to chew-offs. Those bluefin do have teeth, and they will chew you off, so that is just part of the balancing game that you're dealing with right now. You got to get bit to catch a fish. Sometimes you really got to drop the line down to make that happen. So again, folks, really good fishing out there. Great weather scenario. Remember, a little bit of a blow up on Tuesday afternoon. Much bigger fish starting to bounce around. The long range boys that finished their trips up there have been doing very, very well. It's all fantastic. And don't forget, just about everybody is taking advantage of the rockfish because it's great out there on Tanner Bank in most cases. Catching bluefin, limits of rockfish. I don't know how it can get any better. What more of a Christmas blessing, a Christmas present could you possibly want than that? It really is fantastic. All right, islands, let's talk about San Martin. We talked about there's some yellows down there off San Quintin. That's 140 miles below the border. Ensenada, we've got Todos Santos. Haven't forgotten the name of that island for at least 48 hours. And mostly rockfish there, some lings and occasional yellowtail, some bigger bonita bouncing around there. Coronado Islands, rockfish. Clemente, same thing, rockfish, few bass. Nobody's fishing it. Everybody's out on the bank. Catalina, decent bonita fishing at times with good rockfish at times also. And Santa Barbara Island, good rockfish, some good halibut fishing out there for the yacht boys that are out there doing that, and occasional sea bass. Squid everywhere. You know what that means? It means predators are starting to move in. Channel Islands doesn't get any better. And by the way, Tucker McCombs and his lovely wife Brittany just had a healthy baby girl. And I don't know what better blessing you could have at Christmas than that. Congratulations to two super great people who run a great operation and just happen to be really great human beings. Send you all my very, very best congratulations. That is awesome. So great fishing going on up there and up in Verges and Morro Bay. Good rock fishing also along our coastal regions. Oh my God, that is beautiful, isn't it? Along the coast, half day, 3/4 day guys are doing really well on the whitefish and the rockfish and that kind of stuff. Not much surface action, occasional bass here and there. I left out San Nicolas Island. That place, as usual, you get good weather, you got live squid, you're catching big goats, big sheep's head, whitefish, rockfish. That place has been awesome also. Surf fishing's been pretty darn good. I'm looking at my friend over here right now, and he's working an artificial. Hopefully he's catching some nice fish. Here in the surf, we see some yellowfin croaker, some barred perch, and an occasional spotfin croaker on the live bait. I like sandworm, sand crabs, something like that. On the yellowfin croaker and the halibut, you can catch those by throwing lucky crab lures. Bigger perch will bite that, and also a little chrome jig, a little bronze jig, something like that. All right, January the 6th, don't forget, you want to go, send me a message. It's a kids trip, but you can come with your kids and have a really fun time with us with just a few spots left. 657-227-6459. We are sending tons of goods to our brothers and sisters in Mexico here during the Christmas season and into January, and we fuel that with our raffles and other things. You can buy a raffle ticket on January the 6th, or you can send me a text and we can do it by text, 657-227-6459. All right, and what else did I need to mention to you? Oh, in the afternoon, don't forget, January the 6th, we're going to have all kinds of fun stuff at 22nd Street Landing, you know, like from 1 to 4, something like that. In that window, you show up around then. We'll be there. We'll find some fun stuff to do, have some educational stuff for the kids. It's all about the kids, January 6th at 22nd Street Landing. All right, my friends, great fishing going on. Gorgeous morning here in SoCal. The coffee's hot. It's the holiday season. I send you my best. Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and my blessing is all of you. I can't thank you enough for your friendship, for all you do to help the Friedman Adventures channel soar to new heights. Take care, my friends. Happy holidays, and I hope to see you really, really soon. The greatest blessings in my life was playing Santa in mainland China. Oh my God, it was so much fun. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. I send you all my very, very best.